yafa rayati. Hinach yafa. This is number 2 on your little white song sheet. Hinach yafa rayati. Hinach yafa. 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 Hinach yafa rayati. Hinach yafa.
Welcome to folks in our physical space here. Welcome to friends on Zoom and on YouTube. My name is Rabbi Joey Glick. I use he, him pronouns. I have the sun like refreshingly shining in my face right now with lots of glitter on my glasses, long curly hair, and a smile on. And I'm joined by...
Hi, I'm Rabbi Ariel. So wonderful to see you. I'm going to invite you, if you're sitting and you see there are empty chairs in front of you, or if you have lots of empty chairs next to you, to come move closer or move closer to someone near you. We find that the singing in space actually really changes when we take the time to come closer to each other. So it's great. If you sit down next to someone you don't know yet, you can say hi and introduce yourself. We'll just take that moment to rearrange ourselves in space as we come in. And I am sitting here, I'm wearing more color than I think I ever have before. I'm wearing burnt sienna and green and blue with daisies. And purple. Oh my gosh, and wow, we are getting detailed. With purple socks, please note.
Your purple socks are a segue.
Indeed, to the purple friend to my left.
I'm MJ Gilbert, and I'm wearing white and many purples.
Good Shabbos.
We're going to sing that little piece again, and there's a couple pieces of music tonight that we're going to sing in observances of of Zayin Adar, which remembers both the birth and the death of our teacher Moshe, and also honors the work of the Chevra Kadisha, about which we will be learning more this Shabbat. These members of our community who are preparing themselves to fulfill this incredibly loving and sacred role of preparing our bodies when we are no longer in them for going into the ground. And it is very common in the process of tahara, the purification and prayer and preparation of the body, to sing songs from Shir HaShirim, our sacred love songs, as we sing our love to our beloveds who, even though they are no longer in the bodies that held them, we love their bodies too. So we sing them love as we bid them goodbye. So the song that we just sang, we're going to sing a little bit more. It is on the little white song sheet. Hinach yafa rayati, hinach yafa. Look how beautiful you are, my beloved. Look how beautiful. in every moment. Hinach yafa rayati, hinach yafa, hinach yafa rayati, hinach yafa, hinach yafa rayati, hinach yafa. Hinach yafa rayati, hinach yafa, hinach yafa rayati, hinach yafa, hinach yafa rayati, hinach yafa.
A few weeks ago, it was so powerful to sit with our 4th and 5th grade classes and their families and learn about death and dying. Are there any 4th grade parents, grandparents, kids around in the house right now? 4th or 5th grade, we have at least Julie Jacobs. Woot woot. In this chance to learn and in the powerful questions of our kids, I was reminded of a thing that my mom always says. Us Jews, we really know how to do death. That's some of what we'll be grounding in and focused on today with words of Torah from our Chevra Kadisha. I want to say personally, as someone who has taken on the rituals of Chevra Kadisha, of washing and dressing bodies before burial, it's challenging work, it can be hard work, and there's also something very special and holy and quiet about the experience of being with a person after death. And I invite us today, as I invite our Chevra Kadisha members up to help us light Shabbos candles, to move into a Shabbos that has some of that energy of the holiness and quiet of that space. I'll invite our Chevra members, the folks who have been helping to bring our community into this mitzvot, together on page 2 to light candles.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
We'll continue to greet Shabbat on page 12, L'chuna Ranana.
I'm taking a breath. I'm inviting you to join me. Lechu Niranana Adonai Nariya Litzur Yishenu Nekadma Fana Toda Bizmira
Return to page 13, second paragraph.
ישמחו השמיים ותגלה ירם הים ומלואו ישמחו השמיים ירם הים
We'll turn to page 14, last paragraph on the page.
Since we have so much more light returning. O Zarua, O Zarua la Tzadik U Yisrael Simcha. Light is returning, even though this is the darkest hour. No one can hold back the dawn. O Zarua la Tzadik U Yisrael Simcha. Light is returning. Ozarua latzadik ulishrelet simcha. No one can hold back the dawn. Uyishrelet simcha.
We'll turn to number 1 on the white half sheet.
I imagine Moshe on the high place looking out over the land that he will never enter, considering the life, the work that he has done that has cost him everything. And I kind of think that it might have been this. And when I rise, let me rise like a bird, joyfully. And when I fall, let me fall like a leaf, gracefully and without regret. And when I stand, let me stand like a tree, strong and tall. And when I lay, let me lay like a lake, peacefully, calm and still. And when I work, let me work like a bee, wholeheartedly. And when I play, let me play like a breeze, refreshingly, light and clear. And when I rise, let me rise like a bird, joyfully. And when I fall, let me fall like a leaf, gracefully and without regret.
Calling out for strength, we turn to number 1 on your colorful sheets.
Anna b'choach
גדולת ימינך,
tatir tzerura,
תתיר צרורה,
kabel
רינת
amcha sagveinu tarenu nora. Anna b'choach gedulat yamincha,
צרורה, תתיר צרורה, קבל רינת עמך, סבינו, תרינו, נוראי, איי, 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 בכוח גדולת ימינך, תתיר צרורה, תתיר צרורה, קבל רינת עמך, סגנו, תרינו,
We'll turn together to page 20. Trying to welcome in whatever we need to welcome into our hearts this Shabbos. We have the community here of opening up our doors and anyone who wants wandering outside for the last verse of the song.
I go outside with you.
לך דודי לקראת קלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, בני שבת נקבלה. שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד. אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, ושמו תפארת לתהילה. שבת נקבלה, לך דודי לקראת קלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לך, כי מקור ברכה, מראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, בני שבת נקבלה. Shabbat Nikabela Mikdash Melech Melucha Kumitzeim Mitoch Hafecha Rach Shevet Temek Habacha Vehu Yachamol Alayich Chemla Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala B'nei Shabbat Nikabela Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala B'nei Shabbat Nikabela Inari be'afakumi Mishetei tifatecha mi Al yad be'ishai bet halachmi Korba el nafshi ge'ala Lecha dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat Nikabela Lecha dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat Nikabela Hitoreri, ki ba'orech kumi ori. Uri, shir haberi, kevod Adonai alayich nigla. Lecha dodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat Nikabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat Nikabela. Ay ay da ay ay da ay ay da ay yo. Hey ay 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 yo. Hey ay 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 da ay 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 yo. Hey ay 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 yo. Lecha dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat Nikabela Lo tivoshi v'lo tikami Ma tishkochechi u'ma tehemi Bach yechesu ani ani V'endit mitayir al tilau lecha dodi Likrat kala B'nei Shabbat Nikabela V'hayu limshi shosayich V'rachaku kol mevayalich Yasis alayich Elohayich V'kimsot hakala kala lecha dodi Likrat kala B'nei Shabbat Nikabela Yamin u'smol tifrosi V'Adonai tahari גם בשמחה ובצולה, תוך המוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה, ולך דודי, לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה. איי 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 איי. You have to sing. Ay, 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 ay. Olecha di mikrat kala. Olecha dodi mikrat kala. Shabbat Kabbalat.
Shabbat Shalom. We'll continue in our service. We are shifting our practice away from lots of kibitzing in the middle of the service to expansive kibitzing at the end of the service. So friends on Zoom, you'll be invited to have breakout rooms at the end of the service, and friends in person, you'll be invited to have snacks and greet each other. But let's just take a moment on Zoom, give each other Zoom hugs and waves, and let's just look around and say, hello, good Shabbos, Shabbat Shalom. We'll turn together to page 28 and rise in body and spirit. We turn together to page 30. Spending a moment in Hebrew or English, or just in noticing light and shadow and the movement from day to night. We take a breath in and out.
Umabdil ben yomum ben laila, Adonai tzivahot shemo, El chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu, le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai, Hamari v'ravim.
On page 32, we imagine ourselves as nodes in this tapestry without end, tapestry of threads of love that connect us boundlessly. We allow those threads to tug on us, to beckon love out of us and return to us love, meeting us in all of the places that we feel most shaky. We'll take a breath in and out.
Ki hem hayenu ve'orech yameinu uvehem nege yomam v'layla v'havtecha tazir mimenu le'olamim Baruch atah Adonai Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Please rise and body your spirit. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha B'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol meodecha Ve'hayu advarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom alevavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'veitecha ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. Let's turn together to page 40.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני
באלים אדוני
מי כמוך נדע בקודש נורא מלכותך ראו בניך בוקע ים לפני משה ומרים זלי אנו ואמרו כי פד אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה
We hear an intention of Torah gliding us into the next prayer.
Not really that tall. I love the Hebrew language. Hashkivenu literally means to be laid down to sleep. Think of putting a child to sleep. There's a whole process. Putting away the evening toys, bath time, putting on jammies or PJs, depending on your household, reading stories, and finally some snuggles, tucking the child in under the blanket, and lights out. In this prayer, we can imagine a similar process, one in which we are accompanied to sleep. When we are tucked into our snug little bed, kissed goodnight, and then we can feel safe and protected throughout what could be a scary night or a storm or whatever harm could come by a sukkah of peace. Similarly, the Hebrew word for funeral, levaya, another time of transition, actually means to be accompanied from the world of the living to whatever comes after that. Similar to a going to bed ritual, Judaism provides us with another set of rituals. Once dead, the body is never left alone into the ritual burial or cremation. The ones who are guarding the body are called shomrim, just like those who are outside Shir Tikva right now, protecting us while we are praying. The shomer or shomeret protects our loved one's body and soul. The shomeret, acts as a sukkah of peace. Then there is a ritual washing of the body called tahara, derived from the Hebrew word for purity. Only when this is completed, the body is placed in the coffin and the shomrim take over again until the burial or the cremation. This set of rituals helps those of us still living feel like our loved one is being both physically and spiritually protected until the funeral, the accompaniment. Tonight, when we recite the Hashkivenu prayer, my hope is that we all feel protected, both physically and spiritually, from being abandoned by our protector who shields us and shelters us beneath the shadow of her wings, so that we can sleep in peace.
We're on page 42. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha v'tagnenu b'etzah tova milfanecha v'hoshienu ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha v'tagnenu b'etzah tova milfanecha ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha v'tagnenu b'etzah tova milfanecha v'hoshienu.
Let's rise together and body your root on page 44.
לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם
ביני ובין בני ישראל
אותי לעולם אותי לעולם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם
כי ששת ימים
עשה אדוני
עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם
ביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש
שבת ויהי נפש שבת ויהי נפש ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
We'll sing our way into quiet on page 46.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו Ose Shalom B'romav Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael Ve'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel Ve'imeru Amen Ve'imeru Amen.
With hearts open, we turn to prayers for healing. We'll sing, and I'll invite you please to share names of people you're praying for aloud or hold people in your heart, and we'll seal in song. If you want to sing with me, we're on page 253.
Mi sheberach avoteinu mikor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mi sheberach imotenu mikor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
We'll receive some Torah, again on the theme of death and dying in Zayin Adar. We'll work it
Oh,
out
wow.
together.
We're high. Great. Oh, my. Good Shabbos. Can you hear me? I would have no way of knowing. Okay. Good Shabbos. Shalom. Tonight, I have the honor of connecting where we are in Torah with the avodah, the work, the worship of a Hevra Kadisha. A Hevra is a gathering of friends, and Kadisha is holiness. A Hevra Kadisha, simply put, is a Jewish burial society. A Hevra Kadisha tends community members during the time a person is in between death and burial, a time when the one who died becomes known as mate, meta, matex. Hebrew is gendered, take your pick of which word you want. Jane introduced two Jewish rituals for the mate, meta, matex, Shemira and Tahara. And I am so glad that there is a Hevra Kadisha emerging from within our Shir Tikva community that builds upon and changes the traditions. Glad and relieved and grateful. Glad because our community can have more options, more choices for taking care of each other at a sacred moment in our individual lives. Glad because you'll take care of me when I'm Meita. Glad my loved ones will be taken care of by us, by the Hevra. And yes, glad in the sense of honored to take care of you. I'm relieved because I love Jewish rituals that are rooted in both tradition and the powerful here and now. I am a Kohenet, a Jewish ritual leader steeped in the earth-based and feminist traditions of our peoples. I want more than Baruch Atah Adonai. I want language that includes. I want Brucha At, Shekhinah Adonai, Elohim. I want images that reflect my reverence. Nivarech et ein chahayim. Let us praise the wellspring of life. At Shir Tikva, we can move from the gendered, from the other, from the you with a capital letter, to the immanent, to the we, to the whole wild world. When I die, and each of us are going to do that, it's true, I want a Hevra that offers blessings and rituals so I and so we can choose from different orientations and many names for the sacred. Indeed, this Shabbos, we are concluding the book of names, Shemot, which began with these are the names of the sons of Israel. Beli, Shemot b'nei Yisrael. We at Shir Tikva would probably rather say that these are the names of the people of Israel, or even Beit Yisrael, the house of Israel. We change language and we broaden the practices of inclusivity. By trade, I'm a hospice chaplain. I listen to people talk about death, end of life, beliefs, hopes, fears, the meanings of life, legacies, and loves. Often people clarify what they want for memorials, funerals, or burials. A Hevra focuses on the time in between death and burial. The rites, the ritual acts are ancient. The ritual liturgy invokes understandings, traditions, mysteries, relationships with holiness, with spirit. Jewish rituals for the Meta Matex honor the body, the house of a lifetime, a sacred dwelling place for each of us while we are alive. Shemira is guarding or protecting the body, and Tahara prepares the body for burial. Our Hevra aspires to educate so we can offer liturgy and ritual choices that resonate with our diverse community. Once a Meta Matex is buried, then we become mourners. We comfort the mourners. Okay, let's take a collective breath and honor our very alive bodies. Torah this week, Pekudei, teaches two relevant lessons. We learn how Aaron and that lineage are dressed for work, avodah, worship. We are dressed likewise during Tahara. We are dressed to enter the Holy of Holies. We are washed, purified, and swaddled. Secondly, the text ends with dedicating the Mishkan, a movable sanctuary, the sacred dwelling place of holy presence, the home place for both the broken and the whole Torah. When we become Meit, Meitah, Meitex, our bodies are honored as Mishkan, as a home place for our broken and whole holy lives. I am grateful in death's presence to know that we have Jewish rituals for our Meit, Meitah, Meitex, and different ones for our mourners. When I'm with people who prepare for death, and often during the dying process, I do find a sacred kind of love. With a Hever Kadisha, I share reverence by offering Shemira and Tahara as we improvise on our traditional and beautiful Jewish rituals, to sit with, to pray with, or for, to care for, to wash, to dress, to accompany through this very physical and very intimate transition. I know not everyone finds death and dying infused with love. There's a lot of unknowns, fear, and perhaps pain. Perhaps for those of us who are bereaved, there is tragedy, or there's difficult dynamics. Mostly what I witness is a desire towards shalom, a desire towards acceptance, towards comfort, nechama, comfort. It's the only word in the mourner's Kaddish for us, for mourners, nechama. What I feel when I am with a Hever Kadisha is a lifting up of the sacredness of the life, death, life cycle with a holy love. This Shabbos concludes Shemot, which is also called Exodus. Torah tells of our leaving Mitzrayim, our root story, leaving oppression and going towards liberation. We are in Bimidbar, in the wilderness. We received rituals, ethical teachings, and practical ones, like how to resist Pharaoh, how to cross into liberation collectively with the mixed multitudes as we make our ways out of oppression and into freedom. Yes, we were and are a mixed multitude. And I would say one thing about Tahara that I forgot to put in here, but it's a ritual act, it's ancient. It actually predates the Bible, biblical times, and it was a Canaanite ritual. There are elements of Tahara that we do that are the same as what Arab Muslims do. We are connected ritually. I would hope we could be better connected in life, making our ways out of oppression and into freedom. Shemot tells of how to make a Mishkan, a sacred dwelling place, and how to enter that Mishkan. From the last lines of Pekudi, for over the Mishkan, a cloud of Yah rested by day, and fire would appear in it by night, in the view of all the house of Israel throughout their journeys. The cloud, Yah, the Yud He Vav He. For people that love Hebrew, Yud is your head, He is your arms and your collarbone, Vav, our spines and torso, He, our legs, our pelvis, our legs. We are B'Tselem Elohim in our bodies. The cloud, the Shekhinah, the presence, the spirit that dwells within each of us and among us. When it rests, we rest. When it moves, we move. We move into the rest of our story, the rest of our lives. Our sacred text, the whole of the Torah, ends with Moses' death, a kiss between beloveds. Each of us will someday die. Our stories will continue as we are remembered for our blessings. We are remembered for blessings. Our Jewish community has so much knowledge about comforting and tending ourselves, even at death and dying. And we may not know about this. It might be new to a bunch of us, which is why I'm teaching tonight. And we have a Hever Kadisha, for which I am so very grateful. As we move through the Torah journeys of our lives and of our deaths, may we move towards liberation collectively and in solidarity with the mixed multitudes, with Hazak Hazak, strength to strength. Shabbat Shalom.
Lost a chair. Yasher koach, both to you, Sharon, and you, Jane, for the beautiful Torah. We'll have an opportunity to get cozy with the folks we came here with and bless out this Torah. You can, thank you so much. You can find the words of our community blessing on number 3 on your colorful sheet. And friends on Zoom, please get ready with the blessings that we can rain down onto our in-person and all the other communities. Hamalach hagoel oti, Hamalach hagoel oti mikol ra, yevarech et hane'arim, v'karev behem shemi, v'shem avotai, v'shem avotai, Avraham v'Yitzchak v'yigdu la'arov b'kerev haaretz. Yisbechem Elohim k'Sara k'Rivka k'Rachel u'Leah k'Ephraim v'Menashe. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmarecha. Yair Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. Yedaya 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 May we weave together rituals for life and death out of the threads of our connections to each other. May we honor one another with memory and love. May we all find those who can help us grasp both our mortality and our loved ones. May we always find common ground in this life. May we hold each other as a community of beloveds through all the transitions in our lives. May we know our body's sacredness, and may we fiercely honor the sacredness of others. May we find the gentle words and gestures to ease the many transitions we experience in our lives and in dying. May we care for our Muslim and Arab cousins in life so we may all live before we die. May we honor and support one another in life when dying and as we move on. May we leave the earth more peaceful than we found it at birth, leaving a legacy of love and optimism. May we all share strength to strength with all people in life and death. May we fight for life, even if we know how it ends. Ken yehi ratzon. Yedidai alai alo. Yedidai. Just one more big yashakach for all the music, all the Torah shared in our community tonight. We'll begin to put a seal on our service on page 284, Rising, Embody Your Spirit. V'hashevota, v'hashevota, halevavecha, ki Adonai, Hu Elohim, Hu Hashevota, Hashevota, Elevavecha, Elevavecha, Ki Shechinaha, Ki Shechinaha, Ki Elohim, Ki Elohim, Haya Adonai, Melech al kol haaretz, Bayom hahu, Bayom hahu, Yeh Adonai echad, U'shemo, U'shemo, U'shemo. Folks can take a seat. In a minute, whoa, we'll hear the words of the Mourner's Kaddish, which you can find on page 294. I'll read a list of names of folks who have died in our community and in the family of our community. If you hear the name of someone who you knew and loved, please feel free to raise your hand, and MJ will find you with a microphone to share just a sentence or two of story of that person's life. If you don't hear the name of your loved one, please, at the end of this, feel free to raise your hand, and we'd love to hear about them. Tonight, we're in the Shaloshim, the first 30 days since the death of Gaby Brody, Larry Bakoslav's mother, Velma Rolson, mother of Linda Yesnes and grandmother of Forrest, Dennis Sanchez Jones, Jr., father of Laura Jones and grandfather of Isaiah and Emmett Jones Pranis. We're in the yard site, the anniversary of the death of Frenchie Bailey, Dave Bailey's mother, Renee Brooks, Linda Brooks' mother, Laura Burns Levinson, Steve Scher's first wife and mother of Isaac, Ellen Louise Coles Allen, Dara Rudick's mother-in-law, Ryan's mother, Mary Darshaw, Robin Darshaw's mother, Ethel Gershon, Steve Gershon's grandmother, Dorothy Hall, Adele Hall's grandmother, Hank Henry O'Candler, Jennifer Kahn's father.
So my dad died a year ago. It's really shocking, and I can't believe that it's already been a year. The thing I've been thinking most about him is that he really advocated for justice, and he stood up for justice, and that he taught me how to do that, and that was an invaluable lesson.
Valerie Klein, Deborah Klein's mother.
I knew Valerie Klein. Valerie Klein was mother to many, sometimes involuntarily on her part. I being an example of that. She was a great spirit.
Sally Colian, Jazzy Demigligo's grandmother.
My grandma Sally was a really determined person. She raised 6 kids by herself, and she woke up before every sunrise, and when I knew her, she made time for every sunset to watch it, which is a ritual that I have today. And I am really grateful for her teaching me how to lean into transition.
Joseph Kramer, Jackie Kramer's grandfather. Judy Lebedoff, Deborah Klein's stepmother. Rachel Mandelbaum, Bruce Manning's grandmother. Dan Parati, Jeremy's father. Danny Reese, Ari Lillardal's uncle. Saul Siegel, Andrea Furstin's father. Jim Villatalta, Lisa Villatal's brother. Villata, thank you. Rose Wiener, Barbara and Phyllis's grandmother. Donna Whirl, Ann Holzman's mother. Cher Zong, Jack Trackenberg's student. Does anyone else want to bring a name forward tonight?
Thanks, Rabbi Ariel, for making sure I could say something about my grandmother who died a couple weeks ago. It was a long journey at the end, and it's fitting to share a little something tonight because I learned just an unbelievable amount from her about death and dying. And it's wild to have so many chances to say goodbye to somebody. And I had a lot, and I'm really grateful for that. And I haven't decided if that makes it easier or harder, but want to also say that Shir Tikva really showed up, so thank you for all of that.
Phyllis Burnham, she died this morning.
We'll rise in body or spirit on page 294. Yitgadal v'yikadash shemei Rabbah ve'alma divra chirute ve'amlich malchute ve'chayechon uvyamechon uvchaye decho beit Yisrael Bagala uvizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehesh me Rabbah mevarach le'olam olmei olmaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yithalal shmeit kutsha berechu ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiram be'ama v'yimru amen. Yehesh lama Rabbah min Shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav, u'yaseh shalom aleinu v'al Yisrael, v'imru. You can be seated. We've had the tradition for the past several months of saying the words of Oseh Shalom at this moment in our service to acknowledge all the names that we don't know to say of the folks who have died since October 7th and are continuing to die in Israel and Palestine. Oseh Shalom b'mrama, u'yaseh Shalom Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. I'd like to invite up maybe Rena for announcements from our board.
Yay, Rena.
Hey, Rena. Rena, Rena.
Hey, so Jane, I think I'm a little bit. Hi, I'm Rena Harold. I'm on the executive board for Shir Tikva. It's my honor to be here with you tonight. We want to thank you for being with us. It's such a joy for all of us to be together. At the end of the service, please return your prayer books to the usher table, which is back there in the corner. Please separate the song sheets from the Sidurim, and we've got 2 color song sheets, so if you'd place them in individual piles, we'd appreciate it. Thank you to all of those who made tonight possible, Rabbi Ariel, Rabbi Joey, MJ Gilbert, Sharon Jaffe, the Chevra Kadisha, Gordon McCominion, Julie Jacobs, Laurie Sweet, Jay Newman,
Thank you to our Shomrim for your steady presence, and to the sponsors of tonight's Oneg, Shir Tikva's Emerging Chevra Kadisha, a group formed to ritually prepare bodies after death. Please find all our announcements and about Shir Tikva programming in our weekly e-news and on our website. Programmatic updates will be posted there. Next week's Shabbat service will be a mask-required service, so just so you keep that in mind when you come to join us. And a reminder that your community is here to support you, so please reach out to your rabbis if you encounter any life change or need to talk with somebody so that they can activate the Shir Tikva network of support. Shabbat Shalom.
Good Shabbos. Thank you, Rena.
One more quick set of announcements from our new Chevra Kadisha.
Our Hevra Kadisha is excited to continue this Shabbat celebration. So please join us for the oneg that we have sponsored tonight, along with some homemade goodies. And there is a table out there where you can come and just ask questions and get information. There are resources, and there are 3 sign-up clipboards. I like Seder. Sign up for our email list with just to get meeting times and what we're up to. There's no commitment. The other is you can sign up for tomorrow evening, where we will continue to learn about Jewish burial work through storytelling, singing, and learning sessions. We will finish with Havdalah and a good homemade nash. Zoom is also available for this. Then the third is you can sign up for our very first, well, I guess it's kind of our second, but our real full Tahara training. It will be on Tuesday, May 14th. And this is where you can learn the ritual washing and dressing of the body. Shabbat Shalom.
Good Shabbos. Thank you. And a word of gratitude and of blessing for our forming Chevra Kadisha. Let's just take a moment and just immense gratitude for your offering tonight and for your service in community. So Zayin Adar is a day when we mark both Moshe's birth and death. Moshe, who was brought into the world thanks to a tremendous act of solidarity of Egyptian midwives who brought him into the world. And Moshe, as Sharon taught, saw God face to face, and no one knows where he was buried. And so I want to bless you with this work of tikkun, that if Zayin Adar is connected to Chevra Kadisha, part of what that's teaching is that people should not transition out of life alone. That we, in our work, have the sacred responsibility of filling in. God accompanied Moshe, and we accompany each other. And so may you, in your work, may you, in your service of community, know that you are accompanied, and let yourself be part of this communal tikkun that we are making to make sure that no one is alone in this time, and certainly in that transition. And so may your hands be wise, may your hearts be open, and we know that you are, in as much as you are accompanying, you are also accompanied in your service. Thank you, and thank you so much for teaching us tonight. So look at that. We've come to the end of our service. I'm going to invite us, just like that, I'm going to invite our teens who are going to be here all night long. Are you going to be here all night long? So come up here and have some grape juice. Come up with us. So we're going to bless grape juice and challah, and then we'll go out and have snacks. Baruch et Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei b'riyat ha'afen. Baruch et Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzah b'hanu, b'shabbat kodsho b'hama u'b'ratzon hinchilanu, zikaron למעשה בראשית, כי הוא יום תחילה למקרא קודשו.
ratzon inchaltanu.
Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashavat. You're gonna have a little sip. Now we're going to cover the challah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz te'avon. It looks like everything bagel flavored, so I'll be bringing this around.
It's everything hollow.
It's amazing. Okay.
Where
We'll
did
close in song.
I need this?
Hinach yafa rayati, Hinach yafa, Hinach yafa rayati, Hinach yafa, Hinach yafa rayati, Hinach yafa. Hinach yafa rayati, Hinach yafa, Hinach yafa rayati, Hinach yafa,